let's leave that and come to the issues that bother politicians. 2027 politics. How would you assess the Lokoja Federal High Court judgment cancelling the registration of the NDC? The same court, the same judge that earlier said in December last year that
INEC should register
NDC.
It just tells you that between December...
Turned around and said, no, I've withdrawn that order. Don't register them again because of a People's Peace Movement Party that's not even registered anyway. It's an association. That because logo, they stole that, they used, NDC used their logo, they shouldn't. What do you say?
If you look at all the factors in that case, you will know that the judge erred even in law. You will know that between that December that the judge asked INEC to register NDC and the day he gave this last judgment, you will know that a lot of things have transpired. A lot of water has gone under the bridge. When a judge, a court gives judgment in a matter, that matter has left its hand. The next stop should be either appeal court or Supreme Court. And if there is nobody challenging the judgment, and that's been what happened. So if, number one, a non-entity, the NPM is a non-entity, is not a known association, is not a known political party, now forced itself into a matter you have already given judgment on, and is not asking you that it wants to be joined in the matter, but is asking you to review your judgment. Number one is, as at the day they made that, they were not recognized by law. So whatever judgment came out of their request to the judge is fraud. Whatever judgment came out of that. Because you need to be a living entity, either as human or as corporate body, to be able to sue. So if you are not, okay, you said NDC stole your logo. Which logo? You need to have been registered for your logo to be customized to you. As at the time they went there, and listen, this NPM went to court 2 days after Peter Obi joined NDC. The handwriting is already on the wall and is very glaring. This government does not want Peter Obi on the ballot. And let me shock you, and I'm saying this for everyone to hear. I am saying this for everyone to hear. Please, listen to me carefully. Peter Obi may not be on the ballot in 2027.
How do you know that?
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Okay. Your own thinking.
It's not my own thinking. It's from what I've been able to deduce. I've read political development under Tinubu, but most things that I tell people, when I told people that in 2027, for the 2027 election, there will be a judgment. This was last year or 2 years ago. Last year, I met with your brother, Shehu Okimbaloye, and I told him, I said, when 2027 is approaching, I said there will be a court judgment that will give legality to the wicked faction of PDP to sell forms and everything. He said, how do you know that? This is several months ago. Has it not happened today? It has happened. When PDP was still trying in its infancy as opposition, I wrote a letter to all their organs and told them, see, this is how to engage the APC. All the things that I told them in 2015, 11 years today, every single thing I told them the APC would do, APC has done it. So I am telling you, as of today, that Peter Obi, unless something happens, Peter Obi will not be on the ballot for 2027 election. You see that INEC has recognized them, right? Because after the judge gave that judgment, they went on appeal and also asked for stay of execution, right? Now they will go to appeal court, right? Appeal court might say, okay, yes, Peter Obi people are right, NDC is right and everything. But you see Supreme Court, few weeks before the general, and the general election is in 6 months, before general election, the Supreme Court will most likely tell you that NDC registration is illegal.
Anyway,
don't say anyway. Please, I need this particular point to be pointed out so that NDC and the opposition in general will take heed to what I am saying. Every single thing I tell opposition always come to pass. And I am telling you today that Peter Obi will not be on the ballot in 2027.
It's a conjecture. That's what I want to say. But let me ask you this, and you reference it, but I want you to speak on it definitively. Should a high court reverse or review its own, no, hold on, Shield, review its own judgments, and having done so, what is the role of the NJC, the higher, disciplining body? Are they just there for decoration or decorative purposes? I don't understand. What? Speak to this. Don't forget that it is the same scenario with the Peter Lifu case.
I
and
need to
ADC.
ask a question.
Yes.
Why do you keep assuming we are still in a democracy? You are a good man. I will say it again. You are a very good man. You have a large heart. You keep giving this government the benefit of the doubt. What makes you think that this is a democracy? What makes you think that Tinubu is interested in a democracy? What makes you think that APC wants democracy? Is this the first absurdity we are going to have in the judiciary? No. No. There was a court that granted Nafiu Balaz and gave him legitimacy. There are courts today up to the Supreme Court that recognize Wike as leader of the PDP. Even when Wike has boldly and publicly said that he is for Tinubu in 2027. They see all these things. They realize that there needs to be opposition to checkmate a ruling party. They still went and gave this particular guy the party. Why are you surprised about the rulings of this particular judge? Your judges are being given mansions, and you are not worried. Your judges, your justices are being dashed mansions by politicians, and you are not worried. These particular politicians, they don't lose cases before these judges, and you are not worried. There is no judiciary. Look at what Peter Lifu did the last time. Supreme Court said what? Suspend all hearings on a particular matter. Appeal court, rather. Suspend all hearings. And appeal court is higher than the High Court. Suspend all hearings on a particular matter. This particular guy still went ahead. And there is no disciplinary action against him till today. Let me say it clearly and boldly. No matter who is offended, I don't care. There is no judiciary in Nigeria today. There is no single judiciary. How come every high political matter, every serious political matter that will affect the fortunes of the opposition negatively, they are always either brought before Peter Lifu or Omotosho? Are there no other judges in the Federal High Court? Why will the Chief Justice of FCT be referring matters, sensitive political matters, to just 3 judges of the High Court? This is not the judiciary.
Let me ask you. Some political commentators are saying, this latest judgment from the local High Court, it's a strategic move, by external forces, determined to destabilize opposition. I don't think there's anybody in Nigeria now who is surprised or who is still wondering whether there's a plot to destabilize. But my question is that, what is the role of the judiciary? What do they stand to benefit in all these perverse judgments?
Okay, let me tell you where this started from.
And is it wrong, really, for not individual politicians, government, executive arm? Is it wrong for them to want the judges to live comfortably, build them houses? And is it wrong?
No, it's not wrong, but it should be done properly so that the judges and the judiciary doesn't need to lean on the executive. Let me give you an example. Building houses for judges is not a crime, but it is a crime when it is seen as a gift. If the judges are in need of houses, the same money you used to build it for them, give that money to the judiciary. Judiciary, go and look for your contractor. Go and do bidding. Do whatever you need to do. Get your contractor. Build your own house. So that it is not me, a politician, that will come and say, we are handing over houses to judges. If I give you where you sleep, you like this interview this morning, you will not say anything that will offend me. Even as a journalist, talk more of a judge. If me, Henry Shield, if I am the one housing you, if I'm the one giving you accommodation, we cannot be having interview and you will say anything that will offend me. Do you get what I'm saying? So it is not wrong for the government to want, or for Nigeria as a society to want the judiciary to live comfortably. Of course, they should live comfortably, because in their comfort is when they can have clear heads to give good judgment, objective government, fair judgment. You understand? But it should not be done as a gift from a political party, from politicians to them. They are not beggars. You have executive, judiciary, legislature, and judiciary. The way that the executive can take care and decide we want to build roads, that's the way judges should be able to say, okay, we want to build houses for ourselves. Impute it in the budget. Send the money to the judiciary. Let the judiciary do its normal bidding with contractors. Come and build the house for us. If they now feel like inviting the president to come and commission it, they will invite him as president, not as leader of the APC. They will invite Wike as minister, not as a leader of the coalition between PDP, of the rainbow coalition between PDP. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the moment you publicly hand over the key of a house to a judge as a politician, you own that judge. That judge's judgment going forward need to favor you. Otherwise, you have the right to tell the judge to submit the keys to that house again.
What is the interest of the judiciary? Because it will seem like the Nigerian judiciary is oblivious of what is going on.
No, they are not oblivious. The issue is that they've been captured. From what I see, they've been captured. You know, when Buhari was president, that brutal invasion of the houses of justices and judges, it tweaked something in the mindset of our judges and justices. That was a brutal intimidation that rendered them helpless. Now, judges don't want their files to be opened, whether by the EFCC or whatever. Judges no longer want to be scrutinized by anti-graft agencies. That was this particular one. It was not Tinubu, it was Buhari. But Tinubu has sustained that in the fact that only 3 judges address matters that concern Tinubu, APC, Wike, and opposition in Nigeria. So the judiciary, there are, and I want to be on record as saying this, there are very many upright judges in Nigeria. There are very many honorable judges in Nigeria. But guess what? The chief judge of either the FCT or different states would never refer cases, political cases, to them, so that in their uprightness, they will not give judgment against the system political party. So for any party that will come in after this party has gone, we need to rebuild the confidence of our judiciary. We need to hand them back that dignity. For now, they've lost it, because you saw the one that went and was begging land from Wike. Begging for land from the minister of the FCT. Where is that done? Judges are not even supposed to be seen with politicians. But now, today, they attend naming ceremonies of politicians. They attend the wedding ceremonies. They attend the housewarming ceremonies. They are already in the pocket of the ruling party, the APC.
Does the judiciary not realize that some of these, or all these so-called, very controversial judgments, that they are really helping to destabilize democracy, destabilize multi-party democracy, and steer Nigeria towards a one-party state? Don't they realize it?
They know. They are just, they've been captured. When you are captured, you do what your boss says. When you are in the pocket of a politician, he dictates what you do and how you do it. The judiciary, I wanted to believe that the judiciary was a victim. Under Buhari, we fought. When Onogen was removed, we had protests. I was part of the protest. It will not stand and everything. But after Nogan left, I now realized that the judiciary is actually not a victim in this instance. They are full-blown collaborators with the ruiners of Nigeria. They are not victims. So they have decided on their own to partner with these politicians that are destroying the lives of Nigerians. Because if a judge understands the seriousness of the office he holds and the sensitive nature of the office he holds, they will not be obnobbing politicians. But I can tell you today, if any judge today is having child dedication, you will see ministers there.
I'm not sure we've gotten to that point.
We have gotten past that. Because I've seen some of the, what do you call it? I think a judge was having a child, his child was graduating or so. I saw was it a governor or something, was at the event. In the past, judges kept private lives. In the past, judges understood that they were the pillars holding the country. The executive can misbehave. The legislature can misbehave. The only hope for every other Nigerian citizen has always been the judiciary. But today, they've joined our tormentors.
With all of this now that you have said, Shield, do opposition parties still stand a realistic chance?
No.
In the present political...
No, they don't.
You've even said, that you are not sure
No.
Peter Obi will be on the ballot.
No, they don't stand any chance in 2027. As of today, maybe in the next 1 month, if they change their strategy, I will still come back here and tell you.
That's your position?
Yes. I will still come back here and
tell me what you want them to do, actually, that they are not doing.
It's time for confrontation with the APC. And please, when we say opposition, please don't tell me anything about press release. That's the laziest opposition strategy I've seen in my entire life. Press release. Tinubu does something. But Jabi Amila does this. Press release. No, that's not opposition.
So what do you expect to be done?
Confrontation.
How? That's violence. That's a call to violence.
Confrontation.
So, okay.
It's not violence. Total defiance. The chairman of INEC is seen to have been supporting Tinubu. He has to resign. If he doesn't resign, he's not going to resume. We shut down the INEC head office. It's defiance. You are protecting the country from rogues. The chairman of INEC conducted an election in Ekiti. Is it free and fair? If it's not free and fair, we shut down the place. Oh, police arrest El-Rufai or something, and the judiciary is doing this. Oga, we shut down the place. Nobody should use the Nigerian nation or the Nigerian institution for his personal political gain. Nobody, not even the president. Nobody is begging anybody. They arrest a critic, we shut down the place. They are not more than Nigerians. But you see this opposition, they are the most unserious. Let me finish, because you always cut me when I want to cut them out. They are the most unserious, they are the most lethargic, they are the most cold, they are the most uninspiring set of opposition in the country. Fuel is selling. There is no opposition in Nigeria. We have opposition leaders, like I said in the start station, but we don't have opposition in Nigeria. As of today, if election is conducted, as evil as he is, Tinubu will win. And he will not just win, he will win by a very serious margin. Not because he has done well, not because the people came out to vote for him, but because as at this moment, opposition still does not understand the strategy to use to remove this man. Few weeks ago, some guy that works with Wike, the guy that has gray hair.
Larry Olayinka.
Okay, that's his name. Because I saw he said he was tweeting something about me 2-3 days ago, and I'm like,
you guys have an issue with each other?
I don't know him. He used to be my friend then when he was fighting for Nigeria. That's like when he was working with Fire and everything. But since he became to FCT, I've stayed away from them. I don't even criticize them. But a few days ago, when I said that Nigeria as an oil-producing nation should not be discussing kuli and akara as an economic
empowerment program.
You understand? And he came out and said, "Oh, this was Shield that worked in Ballot, blah 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 blah, and everything." See, I will not call Larry an adult child, but when I worked with a minister of FCT as an SA, his children will not dare ask me to open the door for them, or I should carry phone and be following them around. I won't do it. I worked with dignity. When I had an instance that I was going to tender my resignation, working with the minister of Health didn't make me rich. He didn't add 1 naira to my. I didn't do a contract. I didn't do anything apart from whatever we were being given money. Nobody will say that I used that office to either empower, to either give a friend, crony, or 1 naira of government money never entered my hand. So that individual that you called his name now, that guy that you called his name now, do you know he posted something a few weeks ago? That guy has access to INEC backend server. So why is INEC still conducting election and opposition has not shut down INEC?
That matter is in court.
No. I'm telling you what I saw. I'm not making allegation.
No.
Larry posted a screenshot of information from INEC
about Emeka
Ike, who happens to be my friend.
The matter is under investigation.
Now, if there's nothing under investigation, he posted it, he has not denied it. See, on Gwajabe Amila, I said allegedly. On this one, it's not allegedly. Larry should tell us how he gained access to the back end of INEC. If this ruling party, these guys already have access to INEC back end, and opposition is not challenging that, who told you that with their access to back end, they are going to declare you winner of any election?
Let me ask this about this opposition issue. Showore was released on bail, I think 2 days ago, exactly. He said something very touching. He said while he was in jail, that none of these opposition people spoke about him, whatever. But rather, when they deregistered NDC, they were calling him in jail that, CEO, we've been deregistered. So he now asked them, so you want me to do what? I should come out of jail to come and protest on your behalf?
Well,
what does this say?
No, number one is we need to know who exactly said, because if a member of NDC sends you a message, that does not mean that Seriaki sent you a message.
No, of course, he didn't say Seriaki.
You understand what I'm saying? Let's get that in perspective. But one thing I want to say is, Showore is a personal friend of mine. When I say personal friend of mine. I was with him. I went to visit him in prison the last time he was in prison. Showore is fighting against this government, right? What stops the opposition from, okay, all the things Showore is maybe protesting against. If Showore says we are protesting against fuel price increase tomorrow, or gas, or whatever tomorrow, with his maybe 1,000 protesters, why won't the opposition mobilize like 5,000 and join him? Or like 10,000 and join him? There should be only one single opposition against Tinubu going into 2027. Once you start dividing yourselves, NDC, Peter Obi, AP, ADC, Atiku, AAC, Showore, PRP, Donald Duke, the moment you start dividing yourselves in groups, Tinubu will flog all of you. This morning,